Hello Zimbabwe, and we begin our show with the sound of victory there with the Simba Bhora players singing before every match, and it seems to be working as they are getting the maximum points to shoot to the top of the Premier Soccer League, as well as the Cape United fans in full voice there. Ian Bakala bringing back the numbers to the stadiums, which has been very good for the Zimbabwe Premier Soccer League. My stadiums are with Achizara Mdara.
Yeah, the game is growing in leaps and bounds.
Yeah, because Dynamos iri kuita zvekuabhota magemu vachiti hatiende kumabhora chichichima fans, but Cape United exactly the opposite.
Everyone else they've got their fans in numbers, yeah. Especially us as Cape United supporters, we are going to the stadiums. Same as Scotland. I mean, not Scotland,
and the motivation of the Simba Bhora players. Yeah,
I think that these teams there, like we've said in previous editions, that these are the defending champions. They know how to win, and the morale within the camp, the unity among that players, it goes on to the pitch as well. If you have that good feeling, we run, we boys, and it's seeing in the results.
Yes, the good feeling goes on to the pitch, as we can see with the Simba Bhora there winning to shoot to the top of the table in a very tight match, as well as Cape United keep getting on getting the points there. And we start by giving you a little bit of news on the Zimbabwe Warriors, the Zimbabwe national soccer team. The FIFA rankings came out, and Zimbabwe is unmoved. They are still 30th in Africa and number 116 in the world. And their lowest was 131.
Yes.
But their highest, I think, has been number 39 back in 1994.
Long time.
Yeah.
And also, I want to think, which are the 29 countries in Africa who are better than us? We are sleeping on the job. There cannot be 29 teams who are better than Zimbabwe.
Yeah. So can we say to improve?
I think we have allowed ourselves mediocrity because the results they've been shown there. I think we need to crack the whip on Michael Ness. Yes, the winners now wins, draws.
Yeah. And good news, Zimbabwe have qualified for the upcoming Africa Cup of Nations to be held in Morocco in December. So hopefully we can string some wins there and climb up the ladder from our FIFA rankings. Let's give you some results from game week 20. Simba Bhora winning against the Rangers in a very tight match, winning 3-2 there to climb to the top of the Premier Soccer League. And per week in Mdara pakaitika zvinhu 2 zvakaitika with Moz losing their first game of the season versus
Yata for 4 people.
And Moz has been playing some very good football, but lately they have also been scoring late goals.
But then again, like what we said, we expected this. There was no way that they were going to go unbeaten as debutants. But then again, I think this is good for their character build-up. It makes you look at things in a different light. Yeah,
see things in a different light. Hopefully samaita vachaenda pakrawa then unoita sei vonooneswa nechiedza kuti zvinhu zvavo zviite se zvimuke tataura kuti pakaitika zvinhu 2. The first one was Moz losing their first game of the season, and the second one was 29 Tiraya Mdara winning for the first time on the road. First win, yes, Scotland out of Harare.
And it wasn't just a win there to come from behind, right?
Yes,
and then
and also 10 men pick them to are given straight red there.
I think as well, like what we're saying, these are guys who know what's the like what and what are our targets. So they have to grind out those victory. And it was also against a very good side. So I think they are showing that they are not letting up on the championship.
Not letting up on the championship. And Diraya would think he is still in with a big shout there in the championship race. Caps United and Triangle playing to a 1-0 draw. A very interesting match. These are the form teams right now.
They are very much
aside from Moz and Simba.
Yeah, very much on form. I think Caps United is very resurgent, but also this is what we've been praising in Triangle. Triangle, they are trying to get out of those relegation zones. Yeah. They are playing good, fantastic soccer. So, unfortunately for them, they were nearly in a win. Because they were playing good. But once was late, it shows how much of a good side they are currently.
And Bakala stringing up some good results and bringing back the numbers to the stadiums. Not necessarily good to stadium, but people are coming in huge numbers.
I think the green machine, it's showing that in Iran.
Kutangira pa social media admin wekepeke barushanda.
Angada kutirwesa pa Triangle because he's very confident. He shows Simba dzirikufambira mahara. But we like that because that shows that there should be that camaraderie in sport. Yeah, they should be there.
Yeah, so Tondra Indiraya winning there 2-1 versus Ngezi Platinum Stars. Tokosizi Msebe with a brace, a quick fire brace. Inside 10 minutes, 3 goals scored there versus Ngezi.
And Ngezi are a very good side. We're talking of teams which are on the top of the
former champions also.
Well. So if you're going there and you're beating them from behind and you are in that stride that you are, it shows you've gotten your tactics good.
Norman Mapesa winning against Chicken in 1-0. Ndara, let's not try and see pretend like we are not seeing what Mapesa is doing there. Very good job. And now it's 18 games unbeaten. Also Mapesa has the best defense in the league. I consider only 7 goals. The next best defensive team has only considered 12. Mapesa has considered 7 goals. And if you look at the log, Mapesa is 12 points adrift from Simba Bhora, but 2 games less. Obviously, so 3 points coming from the game versus Dynamos. And if he can win versus Manika Diamonds, that will be 6 points behind Simba Bhora. And he will be right back in the race. Hanzi nje Guardiola uZimbabwe. Hanzi anoziva akachimasta chigame ichi.
Yeah. He's doing good, but I think what's going against them late initially was that they were not getting the goals. They are very good defensively, but my goals are iramba. So if FC Platinum is playing, one thing for certain that you know is for certain is plus draw. They are not losing. One thing is for certain. But you ask yourself, will they get the goals? Against Dynamos, I think that's a certain thing because Dynamos has been leaking goals. So, but then if he gets his players up front firing, he's up there also with the title charge.
And I'm going to put my head on the block here. They have a very, very important match, a very difficult match on the weekend versus Moz at Mandala Stadium. And I think if Mapesa can win this one,
like we have discussed,
he is big.
Well, like what we have discussed, Mandava haungobude haungobude ngorubuda mdini maboga haungofika makuroks ka Mandava. You're not getting a win at Mandava because they've made their stadium a fortress. It's a fortress. You're not getting a win there. So the best result for the newcomers, it's most likely going to be a draw for them if they work hard. But Mapesa, I see him getting something from this fixture.
If Norman Mapesa can win this one, he will be right back into the championship race there. And we give you a bit of the games that are coming for game week 21. Cape United versus Tier 1. Tricky game there for for T1 as well as for Cape United.
Yeah.
T1 beating Dynamos 1-0.
Yeah. And then we talked about how inconsistent these guys are. Because they are one of the teams which but then the next game they lose. They are inconsistent. They are a very good team, but they are
only
inconsistent.
7 points adrift from the top.
Yeah, there's also that.
They have a chance.
They are a good team, but they are inconsistent. You have to beat out the smaller teams, and for the big teams, you go for a draw. But these are some of the teams they will lose to someone like
And Dimbare Mdara. Dimbare, I saw the game versus T1. They had a very brilliant first half. A very brilliant first half. A host of chances created by Dynamos, but they failed to score. And in the second half, the tide had changed. It was a game of 2 halves. First half belonging to Dynamos and the second half belonging to T1.
For Dynamos, currently I can say part of what is working now, it's also now the loss of in confidence of the personnel. Because if you have been on such a losing streak, if you're playing a game and you're not able to put away your chances, you will lose that confidence. And those teams that you're playing with, they gain in confidence the more you are unable to score. And
some interesting games there for game week 21. Cape United versus T1, Triangle versus Ngezi Platinum Stars.
That'll be a crack of a match.
Yes, Kwekwe United relegation battle. Kwekwe United versus Yada. And the big one, Moz FC. Correction there, it's Moz at home versus FC Platinum. The game will be at Ngoni Stadium, not Mandava. Our apologies there. Moz FC versus FC Platinum at Ngoni Stadium. Simba Bhora versus Dynamos, another trick one, because I think Dynamos, they are doing some things right now. They are not getting the points, but they are doing some things the right way. Maybe points will start coming. And another huge fixture, Scotland versus Bosso. Yeah. And do you think the decision to sack Kaindu, was it the correct decision?
It's a bit harsh, but we look at a team like Islanders. They are a very big team. They know their expectations whenever a season starts. So I also say that I think that it's sometimes in football you have to be ruthless if you're not getting your results. You have to be ruthless, because if you're not ruthless, you're going to be the position where Dynamos are. So yes, it was harsh, but you have to be ruthless.
Trimongo and Argent Sao getting their first win last weekend there, and hopefully they will continue that against Scotland. But Ndiraya will beg to differ. And still on Highlanders, some news coming in that the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission has raided the Highlanders offices. Ameno nyaya dzema misuse of funds, mari dzema transfers, nechichichichi, pane nyaya dzemisconduct dziri kuitika ipapo. Your take on that? My teams akawanda mudhara seems they are being mismanaged.
I think that maybe the idea of running a club, people are putting personal interests at first. So hopefully we hope that they are cleared of these charges, because this is not good for our local football. Yeah,
and it's very sad, because a lot of times we've seen Highlanders fans coming together trying to raise funds for the team, and officials are being accused of misusing money, a lot of misconduct there at Highlanders. And the same cannot be opposed to Dynamo's management.
That cannot, boys. There were a time when they know that they were reaping in the money, because they were a big club. So I think, like what we've just pointed out earlier, people who should be at the helm of these clubs, they should be people who are there with a pure football interest. Another Bhora cheating there. Because if you place the people who want to enrich themselves, you see your club in these sort of scenarios, in these sort of situations, because people want to enrich themselves. So we want people with football at heart. We just want to see a club prosper. Yeah.
people with pure football interest, people with the football at heart, sausage Mdara Loza. And we hope you, our fans, are also the same people with football at heart, with the pure football interest there. And we hope you enjoyed Game Week 21 with some very interesting games there, especially Scotland versus Highlanders and Moors versus FC Platinum. We can assure you there will be fireworks there. And thank you for watching, and hopefully you keep on watching our program. Subscribe and follow on YouTube and TikTok. Thank you.